the way. So really, Nerchio is gonna try and stall this huge mech push until the Broodlords are out. If he can actually tech to Broodlords with Neuroparasite and Infestor support, he will be in great position because it will force these tanks to actually unsiege, because once again, the Broodlords do so much splash damage with those tanks behind them. It is just devastating. A few roaches gonna make their way to the third base, so nice little harass here. Will they actually be denied by the tanks on the high ground? They do get a couple SCVs, but they will be destroyed by these Hellions and Thors. Nice focus fire here by Nerchio, actually managing to kill a Hellion and retreating with 2 roaches, so definitely worth it. He did kill 3 SCVs, 1 Hellion, and got to deny this third base just ever so slightly. Well worth the 3 roaches, or at best an even at worst an even trade. And at this point you can see the hive is done, but the Greater Spire not quite done yet. He is just managing his army and positioning himself, moving up that spine crawler, and he is now on 4 bases, been saturated for a while. He is going to spot up here with these links just to make sure that Goody does not have a third base of his own. He has great position, by the way. He has all these turrets in front, the tanks supporting the Thors and the Hellions, and this is just going to be so hard to bust through without Broodlords. Greater Spire just now starting, as well as Ground Carapace level 2 and Melee attack level 2, so not opting to get that ranged attack for the roaches. He is going to focus on those Zerglings, and the Broodlings will also benefit from those upgrades once they are on the ground. Not getting flyer attack because obviously the Spire is morphing in and still producing almost only roaches, and 4 Corruptors will be able to max out his army with 4 more Broodlords, and that's when he's going to engage. 190 to 156 supply and look for that huge engagement. If he can actually position these Broodlords correctly, it might be big. No Vikings here on the field for Goody, so he's going to have to actually rely on the Thors and the Marines to crush the Broodlords, and that is not where you want to be. 10 Corruptors on the field, and look for actually Nerchio to plot down a bazillion spine crawlers and cancel them to be able to actually morph in those Broodlords as soon as those 7 Corruptors finish, because he will be oversupplied. He will try and get a 120 army on 220 army on 200, because I don't see him pushing out without Broodlords. So we'll see. He's not yet plotting down those spine crawlers. We'll just patience. Don't tell me you're not gonna do this. This is such an effective trick to actually get oversupplied, and nice positioning on the Infestors, actually getting a nice concave while blocking off this front center region. And now Nerchio looks like he's ready for it. He is just he is just concentrating these Corruptors, and now he's going to send a few roaches in the back. I don't think they'll be able to do any damage. They will be able to actually deny this expansion by Nerchio, and there it is, 6 Broodlords. He did sacrifice a bit of supply to do that, actually, or not canceling the spine crawlers. I don't see any spine crawlers, so he did there they are, a lot of spine crawlers. He will cancel those, and there you go, 210 supply on 200. And if this command center lands, he will get actually shelled by or acid by these roaches. This army gonna try and actually catch a few of these roaches. And nice placement by Nerchio, hugging these Hellions so that they take splash damage from the tanks. Actually, nice trade here. He is losing a lot of roaches, but at this point it doesn't really matter as long as he can whittle down these tank numbers, because he can remax on those roaches so easily. Now the Broodlords are just morphed in. There are 6 Broodlords, and these are going to do so much damage. There are only a few Thors on the field. There are 4 Thors versus 6 Broodlords, and almost nothing else shoots air. Besides these static turrets that are outranged by the Broodlords, these Broodlords are going to do so much damage. 10 Vikings actually on the field. Where are they? Where are the Vikings? Here they are, the huge amount of Vikings. So Goody actually very well prepared. It's all going to come down to these infestors, if they are able to get some fungals down, if they are able to mind control all these Thors. These Broodlords, if they're not careful, they will go down very fast to the Vikings. A lot of Corruptors there. There are still 14 Corruptors being... They do very good against Vikings. So 14 Corruptors versus 13 Vikings. The Corruptors should win. So look for a huge engagement here between Nerchio and Goody. Goody is now maxed out. Nerchio getting his 5th and 6th base at this point. And he is going to position himself. The Broodlords are going to get on top of this small mountain here and going to start launching these Broodlings at this missile turret. And this is going to be it, people. The siege tanks actually taking down their own turrets. The Vikings moving forward, getting in a awkward position up here, but the rest are in a good position, able to actually start hacking away these Broodlords. None of them fell just yet. Nice narrow parasite on all these Thors and tanks, and this is looking bad for Goody. Actually, Nerchio is doing a great job cleaning this up. He should really position his Corruptors to take care of these Vikings, though. They are just doing huge damage to the Broodlords. And finally, they actually focus down the Vikings. The Vikings are distracted by these Corruptors. They will fall back. Nice fungal growth, preventing these Vikings from actually falling back. And now 3 Broodlords will keep hacking away at this army. Continually mind controlling these Thors. They have been in Nerchio's command for the entire game, and Nerchio now remaxed already. This single Thor gonna go down, and these 2 Thors are now free to do whatever they wish. But it is now 200 versus 126 for Nerchio. He was able to remax so fast. And you can see the production tab actually only making Corruptors. He will be morphing them into Broodlords. A lot of Lings on the field, 60 Lings. And Nerchio actually has 91 drones. That leaves only 110 supply for his army. So that was a great engagement by Nerchio, actually considering that he had such a smaller army than his opponent. Now he's going to re-engage here, sending the Lings at the 4th base. These Broodlords are going to intercept any army units that try to actually kill the Lings. Meanwhile, these Vikings doing huge damage, actually killing the Broodlords. Only 2 left. These Corruptors a bit too far back. The Broodlords will go down. All the Vikings will go down, but now there isn't much of a ground army for Nerchio. Morphing Broodlords in the middle of the fray here. He should actually back out, try and regroup, and just build a lot of Broodlords, because about 14 Broodlords are nearly unstoppable no matter what you do. A lot of these Hellions are in the red, morphing a lot of Broodlords, and these are just gonna die freely here by Nerchio. So a bit of blunder here. He should really not morph these in on top of Thors. Thors are not good against Broodlords, but they can still kill them while morphing in, and he actually will 4 Broodlords for absolutely no reason. These Lings are actually hacking away at the tank, doing a great job. But really, these Broodlords should have morphed back here in the safety of the creep. Now, a lot of Broodlords were lost for absolutely nothing, but still a lot more morphing in. You can see 5 Broodlords in production. 2 are already launching their Broodlings at the Thors, and really Goody is still looking in a tough spot at this point. These Thors are just not doing the damage they need to against the Broodlords. 1 will go down. Nice corruption on the Thors by Nerchio, and now he was able to deny this 4th and 5th base, and really Nerchio is in a commanding position. That is a lot of Broodlords. 7 Broodlords could just A-move this. There are only 4 Vikings compared to the 5 Corruptors, so the Corruptors could easily take these Vikings down. Now 6 more Corruptors in production, as well as Carapace level 3 and Melee attack level 3 and Zerg Flyer Carapace level 3, so that is quite particular. These Thors do a lot of damage, and they actually only launch 2 missiles, so that armor is doubly effective. And GG by Goody here, and Nerchio actually takes this game quite convincingly after a great engagement in the center of the map. So thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Justin TV if you want to know when I go live, or subscribe on YouTube if you want to know when I post videos, I guess. Thanks for watching, and tune in for more videos.